Good morning, dear students. Today's session we are trying to understand, just refresh what is static indeterminacy of multi-storied frame structure. Then we will see how to convert the statically indeterminate structure to statically determinate structure. That is the assumptions which are involved in the Portal method. In the last class you have already heard about Portal method is an approximate method in order to solve the multi-storied structure due to horizontal load. Today I am going to discuss in detail about how that multi-storied structure, statically indeterminate multi-storied structure into statically determinate structure. So let us take a simple problem, and first we will see what is its indeterminacy. Suppose this is a multi-storied frame structure. Now you know that the statically determinate structures are those structures in which its internal forces can be solved, reactions can be solved using only the equations of equilibrium, that is sigma h is equal to 0, sigma m is equal to 0 and sigma v is equal to 0. Those structures whose internal forces cannot be solved with the help of the three basic equations of equilibrium are known as statically indeterminate structure. So this multi-storied frame is a statically indeterminate structure, and in the last semester you have learned about how to calculate the indeterminacy. So I am going to explain this equation. That is, you remember 3m plus r minus 3j is the equation to find out what is the degree of indeterminacy. So in this problem I can just count the members at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there are 14 members, and there are 3 unknowns at each of these supports. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 9 plus 12. So your reactions is 12, and now number of joins. So we are going to have number of joins. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 joins. So the indeterminacy for the present structure is 14 into 3. 14 into 3 is 42 plus 12 minus 36. So 54 minus 36, which is equal to 18. Am I right? Yes, it is 18. So we have got that this structure is typically statically indeterminate structures to the degree 18. There are another method, I am not discussing it right now. You can find out this with a simple equation with the number of closed loops. So anyway, I am not interested to teach how to. Our present idea is to showcase you the assumptions involved in the Portal method. So now this structure is actually indeterminate structure with 18 numbers of degrees of indeterminacy. Now we have to make two assumptions. So with the two assumptions, we will make this statically indeterminate structure into a statically determinate structure, and then thereby with the help of equations of equilibrium itself, we can approximately solve this problem and find out the bending moment diagram, shear force diagram, and axial force diagram. So let us see the first assumption. So I am going to write the assumptions involved in the portal method. Assumptions involved in the portal method. So the first assumption is point of contraflexure occurs at midpoint of all the members of the frame. So I have written one assumption. Now we can see that what is the application of this assumption. With this assumption, we are trying to convert the statically indeterminate structure into determinate structure. So I am going to mark all the midpoints of all the columns first. You see, I am marking all the midpoints of all the columns. You see, I am trying to use another color, see, red color, C1. So how many points are now point of contraflexure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all the we have 8 columns, so I have 8 points. Now I am going to have beams 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. You see, so I have 14 equations I can write. So here I have, for this problem I am having 18 is my indeterminacy, but with the assumptions I can have extra equation, 14 extra equation. So what happens is that 18 minus 14 is equal to 4. Presently the indeterminacy of this structure is 4. Now I can use another assumption. So there comes the requirement of the second assumptions in order to make these 4 equations, in order to have 4 more equations, so that the entire structure will become statically determinate. So, and based on these 2 assumptions only, we have portal method as well as cantilever method. In the last class I have discussed about portal method and cantilever method, but today we are discussing about the assumptions. We are discussing about the assumptions involved in the portal method only. After that we will go for a problem, as that will be discussed in the next session, and then we will again come back to cantilever method, and there we will give the assumptions in one session, and again we will do a problem in the next session. That is our plan. So now I am going to give the second assumptions involved in the portal method. So what is the second assumption? Second assumption is each interior column resists twice as much shear force as each of 2 exterior columns. So which means that the interior columns are going to take double the shear force of the shear force that is taken by the exterior column. So here you can say that the column, you can see that the column number 3 and 5 is going to take twice the shear as of column 1 and 7. And similarly the column 4 and 6 is going to take twice as the shear force of the shear taken by column 2 and 8. So here you are getting 4 more equations. So the column takes double the shear of first column, and fifth column takes double the shear force of seventh column, and the fourth column takes double the shear of second column, and the sixth column takes double the shear of eighth column. So we are getting, again, see, we are initially our static indeterminacy was 14. Now we have with the help of the first assumption we have got 18 minus 14, that is 4. Now we have got one more session, that is each interior column resists twice as much as shear forces are each of the two exterior column. So again this 4 is also getting cancelled. That is, suppose I am going to say that here it is a shear force, here it is a shear force. If this is P, now then this is going to be 2P, and if it is 2P, again this is also going to be 2P, and this is again going to be P. I believe all have understood the second assumption. So we can say that we can completely make a statically indeterminate structures into a statically determinate structure. Statically indeterminate changes to statically determinate structure. In the next session, I will explain how to solve this problem with these assumptions in your mind, and it is very simple. And with the if it is a statically determinate structure, then again you can easily use your basic equations of equilibrium: sigma h is equal to 0, sigma v is equal to 0, and sigma m is equal to 0, and you can easily find out the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, and axial force diagram. With that, this section I am just winding up.